everyone, this is Lisa from Canine Clips, and this is Piper. And Piper is a Chorkie, so Piper is a Chihuahua mixed with a Yorkie. So today we're going to do the full groom and use a 3/4 inch blade on her. And I'm just going to get started. So I actually started with the back foot already. So I trimmed around the hair around the feet. And I did the nails on that one. So we're just going to continue on. There's a little bit of hair in there, but not too much. And because we're keeping the body a little bit longer, I make sure that when I'm trimming the feet, I don't go too far up. So that the hair will kind of blend. So I don't go that way very much. I just kind of round it out a little bit around the feet. Okay. And as you can see, I don't use any restraints when I groom, and I don't use any restraints on any dogs that I groom. If they're aggressive, I do use a cone though. Or if they're, just a little bit nippy. She likes to lay down, so I just allow her to do that. So that's how she's more relaxed. Okay. Get the dew claw. And if you do like this video and would like to see more, I'd like to ask if you subscribe to my channel. I do post videos quite regularly, and I do already have quite a few videos uploaded onto my channel as well. So there's lots for you to check out. And you can always comment if there's something specifically you'd like to see on any of the videos. Or just any words of advice for me. Alright, and there we go. Her feet are all done. So I'm just going to trim around her face now. No, I'm going to trim that one just a little bit more. Just the hair is going over the nails a little bit. So there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to work on getting the hair out of her eyes, just so she can see a little bit better. And I just do this kind of before the bath. Because remember, we are keeping her longer, so I don't want to take too much off. So we want everything to blend nicely. So I'll just kind of layer out the whiskers. Just seeing if there's any mats or anything before I trim. Just kind of layering it down. And then we'll take off around under the ears. don't want to take too much off until, you know, so this is just kind of before the bath. So I just take a little bit off just to clean up what I can. But I'll be bathing her and then blow drying her. So that'll kind of poof up everything. And we'll see how much the clippers take off as well. So we don't want to take too much off at this stage. Just because we are keeping her longer, so. You can see she's a very good girl and stays nice for me. Just gotta grab this comb. I always do use a metal comb. I call brushing out the dogs, but it's actually combing. Just take out any excess hair there in the tail. Because she is mixed with a Chihuahua, she does shed a little bit, but has the finer hair like a Yorkie, so not as much shedding. More so comes out when she's being combed. Just the type of fur she has. Really nice temperament. And because also we're going to be using the 3/4 blade on her, I'm going to do a scissor cut on the bum. Just to take some of the bulk away, but still leave it a little bit fluffy so it's not fluffy everywhere else. And if there's anything sticking anywhere, I do cut those areas just a little bit shorter, because obviously that area is prone to stuff sticking to it. So I want to try to alleviate that from occurring in the future. So I just kind of layer it outwards from there. All right, and there is her little bum, all done. Okay, so I'm going to now take her to the bathing area. Clear that off. Oop, okay. Hold on now. Okay. Okay, so I do have my temperature on my water set, so I can just turn it all the way up and have my shower head on a very flexible hose. So it's easy to give the dog the nice bath here. And my shampoo is just in some old mustard bottles, and the lids are a ketchup bottle actually. So when I turn it over, it doesn't come out unless I squeeze it. And I use a very concentrated shampoo. Alright, so make sure we clean up everything. Always when you're washing a dog, make sure that you don't get any water in the ears as well. It's very important. Okay. go. I'm just going to put her in a towel. Get her ready to be dried here. Okay, so I'll turn it around. I'm just going to brush this off. I'll lower the table a little bit so it's easier for me to blow dry her. There she is. All right, so let's put her on the table. Okay, and I'm just going to start the blow dryer now, so it might get a little noisier. Okay, so just because we're keeping it longer, I'm just going to do a quick comb through to see if there's anything that got tangled up there, because sometimes the blow dryer will kind of tangle the hair up. But her hair seems quite nice still. A little bit here. Just kind of comb through that. That way the clippers will go through it quite easily. All right, so there we go. So I'm just going to get the 3/4 inch blade, which is this one right here. I'm just going to brush or comb out the hair from gets stuck in there sometimes, so we'll get that out before we start on Piper. And I am going to add some oil as well, because it's sounding like it needs a little bit of oil. So you just need to put a few drops to lubricate it up. Okay, and we'll get started here. I always like to start at the back of the neck. And Piper comes in quite regularly, so this won't take off a lot of hair, but it's just kind of gives it a nice little trim. I'm just going to try to get her to stand here. So I'll just hold her up a little bit, and sometimes they'll start standing on their own. And that's sometimes they just like to lay down. So I just gotta kind of work with her on what her comfort level is. I just keep going over it a little bit. Because she won't stand, when I go down the side, I just kind of pull it out from underneath so that the clippers can get it. But I will let her get her to stand up for me when I hold her up and just to get her belly. And I also gotta, after I do this, I come back with, I'll do another blow dry on her to kind of get any more moisture out that's in there, and then I'll finish up with the scissors just to go over her to see what the clippers couldn't pick up. Because it is such a long blade, sometimes it doesn't pick up everything, especially if the hair is a bit finer, which hers is. So not a big deal. Okay, I'll turn her around. Again, just kind of pulling the hair out so the clippers will catch it. And I don't want to go upwards, because if you go against the fur, it'll really take out a lot more fur. So you can, but we're trying to keep the length on as well. On the bum area, it's a little bit thicker, so I'll have a little bit more trouble going through. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more oil, as it's kind of, clippers are making some noise for me there. Try to get underneath here, but it's not really catching it, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to finish that up with scissors. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just give her another quick little blow dry, and then we'll see where we're at, and I can finish up with the scissors a little bit more. Alright, so it's just going to get noisy again. now I'm just going to get the comb again. Just make sure I didn't miss any mats or anything, or undercoat. Kind of thinking about standing, but maybe not. Okay, so we'll try to get her to stand here. It's okay. There you go. It's a good girl. Okay. So that just allows me to get a better look of the hair, how it's laying underneath. There you go, Piper. I'm just kind of getting anything that's kind of sticking out a little bit more. Kind of evening it out a little bit, because sometimes the 3/4 blade just doesn't pick it up. Okay, good girl. Okay, so let's see if she'll stand up here again. There you go. And her face is still a little bit damp because she doesn't like the blow dryer on it, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'll come back to it. Okay, and then we're going to try this side here. Okay, come on, it's okay. Come on, there you go. Come on, there you go. Good girl. That's a good girl. Okay, she just likes to lay down. I can hold her up a little bit, but if I put too much pressure, then she puts her weight against it. Yeah, good girl. Okay, so basically I'm just trying to get a nice natural cut there. There you go. If I see anything on the other feet too, I just kind of get in there as well. Okay. Let's round out her face a little bit more. Basically just looking at any that really stand out at this point. And give her tail another comb out. Just around her bum area I'm going to comb out too, just because it seemed like the clippers were really catching in there. I'll try to get her to stand a little bit here. There we go. Just to be careful around this area. There's a little bit of fur in there, so Take that out so it doesn't look as bulky. Not much though. I'm just going to trim this again. Always changes from before the bath to after the bath, how it poofs out a little bit. So there, we just want to have that nice and short, but not too short so that it kind of blends. Okay, and then just going to do underneath her belly here. Oh, come here, it's okay. There we go, get her to stand nice. There we go. Okay, I think we're all done. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see on any of my videos. I have quite a few videos there on my channel already, but also I do upload almost daily. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and hope you enjoyed it. So again, this is Piper, and she is a Chorkie, which is a Chihuahua mixed with a Yorkie. And we did a 3/4 inch blade cut and then finished with scissors for the final cut. Kept her ears a little bit longer and just trimmed them off for just a little bit so we can keep that length as well. Okay. So thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a great day.